Does the pursuit of perfection ever truly end in the cutthroat world of professional hockey? Or is it a relentless, never-ending quest, a strategic chess match played out on ice and in the backrooms of general managers, all in the name of hoisting that ultimate prize? Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating trade proposal that could see two of the league's most iconic franchises, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers, engage in a high-stakes swap of promising young talent and gritty veteran presence. This isn't just about moving pieces. It's about unlocking potential, finding the right fit, and perhaps finally giving some deserving players the stage they've been yearning for. The rumor mill is churning, and a compelling trade idea from Heavy.com has caught our attention, suggesting a move that could inject fresh offensive blood into the Maple Leafs lineup while providing the Rangers with immediate NHL impact. Imagine this: the Toronto Maple Leafs acquiring Brennan Othmann, a former first-round pick with untapped defensive potential, along with a 2026 fifth-round pick. In return, the New York Rangers would welcome Nick Robertson, a skilled, young forward hungry for a consistent role, and Simon Benoit, a hard-nosed defenseman known for his physical play. It's a deal that, on the surface, seems to address specific needs for both clubs. But, as always in the NHL, the devil is in the details, and the implications run far deeper than a simple exchange of assets. Let's dissect this potential blockbuster, starting with the young man at the heart of the Maple Leafs acquisition, Brennan Othmann. Drafted 16th overall in the 2021 NHL entry draft by the New York Rangers, Offman arrived with a reputation as a pure goal scorer, a player with a lethal shot, and the kind of offensive instincts that scream top six forward. The plan was clear. He was destined to be a key piece of the Rangers' future, a dynamic winger who could complement their star-studded lineup. Yet, the path to the NHL is rarely a straight line, and for Offman, it has been a challenging one. Despite his pedigree, he has struggled to consistently crack the Rangers' deep roster, finding himself often assigned to their AHL affiliate, the Hartford Wolfpack. In his limited NHL appearances, Offman has skated in 22 career games, recording 2 assists. While those numbers don't jump off the page, they don't tell the full story of a player who has dominated at the junior level and shown flashes of brilliance. This season, he's already tallied an assist in his lone AHL game, a testament to his offensive capabilities. His name has been a recurring fixture in trade rumors, a clear indication that the Rangers, despite their initial high hopes, might be open to moving him. As Sportsnet's insider Elliot Friedman reported, the Rangers have a lot on the wings, and it simply may be that he needs a fresh start elsewhere. This isn't a knock on Offman's talent. It's a recognition of the brutal reality of roster construction in a cap-strapped league. Sometimes, a change of scenery is precisely what a highly touted prospect needs to truly blossom. For the Maple Leafs, Offman represents an intriguing gamble, a chance to acquire a former first-round talent who could, with the right opportunity and development, add significant offense and youth to their forward group. Imagine him on a line with some of Toronto's playmakers. The potential for a breakout is undeniable. Now, let's turn our attention to the pieces heading to the Big Apple. Leading the charge for the Rangers would be Nick Robertson, a name that has become synonymous with both immense potential and frustrating inconsistency in Toronto. Selected in the second round of the 2019 draft, Robertson has always been lauded for his pure, goal-scoring ability and relentless motor. He's a player who plays with an edge, unafraid to drive to the net or engage in physical battles despite his smaller stature. Last season, he showcased his offensive prowess with 15 goals and 7 assists for 22 points in 69 games, demonstrating that he can indeed produce at the NHL level. However, despite cracking the Maple Leafs' opening night lineup and seemingly cementing his spot, Robertson has struggled to become an every-game player for Toronto. The Leafs' forward depth, coupled with his own injury history and the constant pressure of a demanding market, has made it difficult for him to find a consistent role. This isn't a new narrative for Robertson. His name has frequently surfaced in trade talks. As TSN's NHL insider Darren Dreger recently revealed on Insider Trading, the 24-year-old finds himself one more time in a very familiar spot with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he's hoping for a larger role opportunity in the National Hockey League. He's pushing 160 NHL games. I know that Toronto Maple Leafs GM Brad Treliving has recently talked with clubs that may have some interest in Nick Robertson. Given the depth that the Maple Leafs have, it's a tough spot for Robertson. So maybe it's time to give him a fresh start somewhere else. With Easton Cowan playing well and Scott Laughton returning from injury, Robertson could indeed be on the outside looking in, making him a prime candidate for a move. For the Rangers, Robertson could immediately slot into a middle six role, providing a much-needed offensive spark and a proven ability to put the puck in the net. He's an NHL-ready talent who could thrive with a consistent opportunity. The second piece heading to New York in this proposed deal is Simon Benoit, a rugged, hard-hitting defenseman. Benoit is currently in the second year of a 3-year, $4.05 million deal, making him an affordable and reliable option for a third defensive pairing. He brings a physical presence, a willingness to block shots, and a no-nonsense approach to his own end. This season, he's registered 1 assist in 5 games. But his value isn't primarily measured in offensive statistics. He's a defensive conscience, a player who makes life difficult for opposing forwards. For the Maple Leafs, moving Benoit would open up a roster spot and some cap flexibility, especially with promising young defensemen like Henry Thrun and Philippe Myers waiting in the wings, ready to step into a third pairing role. For the Rangers, Benoit would add depth, grit, and a veteran presence to their blue line, a valuable asset for any team looking to make a deep playoff run. So, what's the strategic calculus behind this intriguing proposal? For the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's a calculated risk with a potentially high reward. They would be acquiring a player in Brennan Othmann who, despite his struggles to stick with the Rangers, still possesses significant offensive upside and a first-round pedigree. It's a bet on potential, a belief that a new environment and a different system could unlock the scoring touch that made him such a highly regarded prospect. The addition of a 5th-round pick is a nice sweetener, providing another future asset. In exchange, they'd be parting with Robertson, a player who, through no fault of his own, has found himself in a perpetual battle for ice time, and Benoit, a solid but replaceable defenseman. This move would allow the Leafs to retool their bottom 6 forward group with a younger, potentially more dynamic offensive player, while trusting their existing defensive depth. For the New York Rangers, this trade offers immediate NHL impact and addresses a different set of needs. While Offman is a promising prospect, the Rangers have a wealth of talent on the wings, making it difficult for him to carve out a consistent role. Acquiring Nick Robertson provides them with an NHL-ready forward who can contribute offensively right away, potentially filling a middle 6 role and adding scoring punch. His relentless style of play would also fit well with the Rangers' identity. The addition of Simon Benoit bolsters their defensive depth with a reliable physical blue liner, a type of player always valued in the playoffs. This deal allows the Rangers to capitalize on their organizational depth, turning a prospect who might need a fresh start into 2 players who can immediately contribute to their current roster. Ultimately, this proposed trade is a fascinating glimpse into the constant balancing act that NHL general managers face. It's about evaluating talent, understanding market value, and making tough decisions about the future of young players. For Brennan Othmann and Nick Robertson, it represents a potential turning point in their careers, a chance for a fresh start and a clearer path to consistent NHL action. For the Maple Leafs and the Rangers, it's a strategic maneuver, a chess move designed to optimize their rosters and push them closer to their ultimate goal. The hockey world thrives on these kinds of speculative deals, on the what-ifs and the could-bests that shape the landscape of the league. What do you think of this proposed trade? Do the Maple Leafs gain enough offensive upside with Offman to justify moving Robertson and Benoit? Or do the Rangers get the better end of the deal by acquiring 2 NHL-ready players? Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. And if you're as intrigued by the strategic dance of NHL trades as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all the latest insights and analysis from around the league.